scare you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just from down, it's like, holy fuck. I don't know, I might have a heart attack.
I don't think you're gonna be able to watch the video coming out.
It's a long way down.
That's definitely a sketchy situation though, because if that gives all of a sudden, it could throw them off balance. Oh. Hey guys, and welcome back to This Life We Live, where we are building our dream home from scratch. We are building a barndominium hybrid. If you recall last week, we lifted the biggest, ugliest wall you will ever find on YouTube. Today, we're gonna be building the rest of the front wall. We're also gonna be building the loft, which is gonna sit behind the front wall. And then lastly, we're gonna finish closing the house in with the very last side gable wall, which is extra heavy compared to the first side gable wall and could prove to be a challenge to fit between the other two. So hopefully this last wall will go okay. Let's go take a look. All right, I came out here bright and early, and for the second time today, we have geese running loose. So somewhere out there, the fence is down, I'm guessing. I should have more boys, and I'm only seeing one. The white ones are the boys, the gray ones are the girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a couple over there from the baby group. So we keep them in a separate area until they get bigger. So right now we've got, oh shoot, I don't even have this open. Hold on, sorry. I just did this at 4 a.m. So, all right, here we go. There you go. Good job. Well, we are off and rolling still. It's barely 8 o'clock in the morning, and we are running off to the big box store to get a couple extra sheets for the floor. There we are. I mean, you definitely get a good view of it. Alright, so I'm here picking up flooring. It's 3/4 inch flooring is what we're putting down. And it's interesting because I know that for our side walls, we're putting down 5/8 sheeting, which is a little bit bigger than 1/2 inch if you don't know your fractions. But the guy in front of me right here, he's been putting in the 7/16. So that's standard of what you would put on a house is the 7/16. It's really thin. So we gotta grab 7 sheets of that, which Eric seems to forget that we loaded this stuff together. This stuff is a beast. Made it back in one piece. So let's see what we got going on today. What's that? So I haven't been able to video much of the builders. I'm sorry, you guys, but like I said, I had to get that goose fence done. Still working on it. But, you know, they've got music running too, so I didn't really want to do a whole lot of stuff while they're listening to music. So we'll walk through this really quick with no music playing, and since they're on lunch right now. Alright, so I already know about that. That's not going to have anything else done to it. So what they're working on right here is the loft area. Now this was an add-on to the original design. This kind of came through at the last minute, and Eric's changed this. I cannot even tell you how many times. So let's start with right here. Not that you can see it very good on camera, I'm sure. Some of this stuff, guys, is just easier to see in person. I'm sorry. Right here we have the laundry room. This is going to be a pocket door, and over here this is going to be a pocket door. So maybe that's why it's so big, because I know that's a pocket door. Yeah, because see that overlaps right there. So this is the pantry, and it's not as big as you would think. So this is the stairway right here that's going to go up to this loft up here. So this is just going to be a very small partial loft, but we're taking room out of here. And this is a bedroom. Sorry, my camera likes to just kind of stare into space, kind of like my brain. So there's a closet back there. It's just a basic center closet. And then we've got, you know, this area right here for the bedroom. So I mean, it's nothing too crazy. I guess it's a lot bigger now that I'm walking in it and looking at it. It seemed a lot smaller when I first looked at it. I'm like, ooh, that's a pretty tiny bedroom. But now I look at it and it's actually quite decent sized. So right here, this is going to be a hallway. I think it's going to be a 4-foot hallway, actually. 4-foot hallway. So we've got Aaron's room right there, and on the other side is going to be the mudroom. We have a hallway, stairway going up to this loft area up here. This loft area up here is going to be 300 square feet. So that whole thing. Now, we wanted this area right up here to kind of be like a little open area, and maybe like a little walkway up there too. Maybe the whole thing will be open. I don't know. There'll probably be a door at the top, but this is going to be an open area. There'll be like a little TV/gaming area for Aaron and his friends. They can go up there and watch TV, like a little lounge, if you will. And then over here, we're going to have at least one window. Eric's now talking about putting more windows in there. And so that's going to be kind of like a split office between Eric and myself. The SkyTrack is still up there. Still up there, just in case. So that way if a wind comes through and starts shaking it, it'll still hold up on there. Unless we get bad winds, then everything's just going. Alright, it's taken me all day. It's probably the worst temporary solar setup, but it'll work. So we have this EBL brand portable power station. This actually has a really nice foldable solar panel. I really like their solar panel. It has a kickstand on the back that you can stake down. You can actually tie it down with these little rings, but it's nice and firm and solid. And then it velcros back together, so that's pretty nice. So I've got power running there. My very crude grounding rods. I didn't even know that they make a temporary grounding rod that you just screw in the ground. I had no idea. I know it's a tripping hazard. I know this is all a tripping hazard, but again, this is temporary. And then this is what we have. We have our battery operated unit right there. And then we have our EBL power station right there, which is powering it. We have it in a cooler to kind of keep it out of the weather because that stuff's not waterproof. I mean, a tiny bit of water would be okay, but we don't want it to get like soaking wet. But it also needs ventilation too, so you don't want to just close it in the cooler because those power units need to breathe. All right, let's go check on the build. have a discussion, to be brutally honest with you. I kind of had another epiphany today while I was on my way to Menards, and it just hit me like a pile of bricks. Last night, we were once again spared from a massive storm. This storm brought 100-mile-an-hour winds to Ohio and Indiana and Illinois, the northern parts of those states, and up into a little bit of Michigan. This was a big storm. This was one of the worst storms I'd ever seen coming across the radar, and it was scheduled to hit all of Michigan, not just a little bit of Michigan. No, this was going to hit the whole state. You knew it could cause some massive destruction, and if it hit just right, this entire thing would be leveled. And this wall that I'm standing here next to should have completely snapped in half. Can you guys hear that wind in the camera? But you know what? This is the type of wind that we had the day this wall was being erected. This wall, by all means, should have blown away. The wall should have snapped. If you rewatch the footage, you know, it's just, I really feel like God's hand is on this entire project. There are not too many things in my life that I can look at and say, oh yeah, God definitely had his hand blessing this whole thing. You know, I've definitely seen where God's jumped in and he saved my butt on many times, but to have an entire massive project this scale have so many things just line up perfectly, I just, you know, it sticks with you. But thank you all that have been praying for this house build. It really touches my heart to see everything come together like this. You know, there will be setbacks. There will be those times that things happen that you don't want to have happen. You know, that's part of life. But to have things that should have happened badly and don't, that's God. Anyway, just wanted to drop my 2 cents. All right, so let's see what we have going on this morning. Looks like they are finishing up the loft, which is going to finish up the front of the house. It's kind of interesting because it kind of looks like it's a split-story house right there. But it's also kind of like giving you a clue as to what the inside looks like from the road. So they're busy cutting in all of the OSB onto the side of the wall right there. And they are going to be lifting it fairly soon up into place up there. And then that will complete this whole front wall.
Cut it off this time. Take it out of this scrap piece. Those two scraps. You'll need one for one side, one for the other.
All right. Beautiful day out today. And what do we have going on over here? My half-cut hay field. All right.
These paper walls are fun.
You mean the angled kind?
Yeah.
I know, Eric's like, oh, it'll be easy. I'm like, yeah.
It's kind of like a puzzle.
So is this wall gonna be pretty heavy too?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the place you would normally think to grab would be the middle, but that's probably the lightest area.
Yeah. Because
Get that out of there. Hey Neil, or Ken, grab that 2x6 right there. Okay, you feel good about it, Neil?
Alright, so I'm here in the field doing the second cutting hay. We're not going to show a whole lot of this on the channel, but if you guys want to see more of it, you can head over to the WTFarm Girl channel. There is a link right up here if you want to check that out. Those are all my farming videos. Most of them are from 7 years ago, but it'll catch up really fast. 2 videos released per day, because like I said, there's 7 years worth. So, but today I'll show you just really briefly second cutting hay. So we have our hay cutter right here. This is called a mower conditioner. It just operates like giant scissors. It has 2 blades. One blade runs back and forth, and it just basically snips the grass. The beaters on the front basically pick up the grass and hold it straight up, kind of like a hairstylist would hold your hair up with her fingers and then cut it with the scissors. That does the same thing. And then the rubber rollers in the back, those are designed to kind of crush and pummel the grass a little bit. It kind of acts like a juicer. So the grass juices keep it from drying out and turning into hay. So we want to squeeze out as much as we can. It also allows little holes into the grass so that the air can dry it faster. So that is in a nutshell how it works. And so we are growing orchard grass out here. There are some weeds. We don't use any herbicides or anything like that on our fields. It's all pretty much natural. So this is what it looks like. We're going a little bit slow right now, and that's just because this is a smaller field, and this is what I call our opening cut. I've done the open cab tractor mowing. If you go to my WTFarm Girl channel, you'll see it. I've been out there in the 90-degree sun with a baby strapped to the side of my tractor, just a couple months old, cutting hay on an old Farmall C, not a Super C, the original C. You know, you're just grateful for where you started from. And it's the same thing with this house, guys. The same thing with this house. We started off in a camper, all right? And not just like a camper like a lot of channels are living in a camper. No, this was negative 14 degrees Fahrenheit in a camper with 6 kids. No joke, guys. It was bad. I had to cook over an open fire outside because cooking indoors used up too much propane, which was valuable because we used it for heat. It was bad. And no, we couldn't build a pole barn and put it in. That was against township regulations. So, you know, we've always been grateful for our double wide. It keeps the rain off us. It more or less keeps us warm. God really allowed it all to come together this year. All right, just got done cutting all the hay fields. And I came up to look and see if they got that wall up. Nope, not up yet. I know, they were just waiting for me to come in and video the whole thing, because if it didn't get on video, it didn't happen, right? This one is definitely threw them a little bit. Just because you have the angle going all the way down. It's not just the main board here that has to go all the way down, but all of these cripples and supporting beams have to be cut at an angle too. And they have to be cut at a specific angle to be able to fit. And see, these are a little bit trickier. These cripples right up here on the window, because they all are a little bit different. So this is a trapezoidal window too, so that it makes it even more tricky. At least the one down there is flat, but it's definitely not one of those things that plays well with others. So we do have a really nice big window here, and I'm glad that we have that. I didn't even know that we were going with this, honestly. I thought it was gonna be something smaller, so that's nice because that will help with this view right here. You'll have to wait until tomorrow to have the last wall up of the house. All right, so today is the day, or this morning I should say. You're gonna be lifting another big wall. This one right here, it seems easy on paper because it looks like it's the same as the opposite wall, but this one is actually really, really heavy, just like the front wall. Not quite as heavy, but more awkward because it's not a big box. The triangular shape poses a little bit of a dilemma with trying to lift it straight. You've got that, and then you're also working on an incline, so that makes it also tricky. And then on top of it, we also have this right here, which has to be able to drop straight down into the basement. And actually, I'll probably have to move that ladder. Hey, do you guys want me to take the ladder out? The ladder? Do you want it to go? It's not gonna be in the way? You want? Okay. So this wall right here is definitely a puzzle to try to fit together. So it's a combination of looking at the engineering plans, being able to decipher them, and then use your own touches to make it come alive. How easy or how difficult do you think this wall is going to be to lift? The big front wall was a beast. Here's the view of the big wall. So they're already seeing, oh my gosh, we got a crop duster up there. He's flying really low. Hopefully that crop duster doesn't go so low again and scare them as they try to lift it. Here we go. And again, this bottom piece right here has to rotate down into that slot. If it shifts one way or the other, it's not going to fit. Hopefully it doesn't get caught on the window up there. Looks like I cleared it. will it fit? Looks like it might be hung up. Very top, it's a little bit tight. See over here on this side, it's twisted just a little bit. Flying free. Right now they're trying to get the bottom of it lined up, and then they're just going to pivot that top corner into place, hopefully. But so if that basement piece right there is just a hair bit too big, it's not going to fit. Does that scare you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, just come down, it's like, holy fuck. When I see this one moving, I'm like, yee! And then that one moving, it's like, oh my god.
You haven't seen the first one yet. I wouldn't let you watch the video of the first wall going up, would I?
I don't know, I might have a heart attack.
I don't think you're going to be able to watch the video coming out.
I probably won't. Oh my god.
All right, now look, they're putting a ladder up on that corner, which isn't secured.
Yeah. Well, it is. It's secured by one screw in the bottom.
I don't know if that's attached.
It is, but still.
Would you? Happy as a clam. Yep, that's a long way down. That's definitely a sketchy situation though, because if that gives all of a sudden, it could throw them off balance. Oh, there it goes. Let me scroll out. And that concludes our last exterior wall on the main part of the house. Moving right along, every step makes me wonder if this house is too big. Let me know in the comments down below if you think this might be just a little bit too big. I don't know. So often it's easy to doubt our own skills. So often it's easy to doubt someone else's skills. Having faith and trust goes a long way in life. In this life, we live. Thanks for watching, guys. Tune in next week as we get more work done on the house. I don't even know what next week's gonna hold. I don't know what they're working on next week, but rest assured, that's gonna be another exciting time. Thanks so much for watching. If you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button down below. I'd love for you to be a part of this journey. Hit the like button if you smiled even once during this video, and let me know in the comments what made you smile. Thanks, guys. Love you. See you next week. Bye.